What is it always that? Da, 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 da. Yeah. I gotta find a good one. This one? Yeah, this one's better. Da, 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 da. What? This photo is weird. His foot is like on that shit. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Why did it do that? Why does it do that? Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Tap, 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 tap. Chief Hennessy.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Good. So first of all, we don't care about Africa. Man, Africa ain't got nothing to offer us in the first place. They over there eating mosquito
Yo,
burgers and
Chief came in
starving.
hot. Nigga, start with your race, your ethnicity, where you from. Answer a question on the prompt, bro, before you go off.
I'm Black American.
So I'm a Black American too, right? But you ain't African American, right?
Yeah, I ain't no African American. Nope.
You a FBA, Chief?
I'm indigenous.
Okay. So you have no connection to Africa, right?
That's right.
So you that pretending right there on the left, right? That's you kicking down on Africa right there, brother.
I ain't no pretendian.
Nah, but you ain't African. So again, if you got all that hate or all that smoke for Africa, I mean, it has nothing to do with you, Chief. It's a different claim, right? So, with all due respect, man, like we just calling out the Africans that claim to be indigenous, right? So, if you indigenous, you indigenous, and just keep it pushing.
No, I'm just saying I don't care about Africans. They don't have anything to offer. So why would I care if they center us or not?
Okay, but you a Black American though. Black is synonymous with Africa, my brother Chief. If you
No,
indigenous, what's your tribe, Chief? What language you speak, Chief?
Choctaw.
Okay, you speak the language, you eat the foods. So what do Black Americans, I think that's a different culture than the Choctaw, you feel me?
So anyways, what back to what I was saying. Africa ain't got nothing to offer, so I don't care about Africa.
Nobody had.
They starving over there with flies going around their head.
Oh,
Eating
you a
mosquito
FB,
burgers and
you a
monkeys.
pretending FBI. You get your whole swag from Tyreek, bro. That's all you gonna do. We heard it all, bro. We've heard it all, bro. So again, bro, FBAs have African ancestry, Chief. You feel me? So I mean, the only thing you and FBAs have in common is to shit on Africans. That's all you guys have. That's the only thing you guys have in common. But again, brother, we don't have to argue amongst each other. I can just let you keep it pushing. Like if this conversation is not for you, then just keep it pushing. You know, we don't have to argue.
I'm just saying I'm not concerned with Africa.
Yeah, and Africa's not concerned with you. You know, so that's all.
But they are. Africans are absolutely concerned with Black Americans.
Yeah,
How
because
are they
you call.
not?
Okay. No, hold up. No, let Chief land his. Chief, do you want to say anything else? You want to answer one of the questions on the prompt, or do you have another point before I move on to know?
I'm just saying Africans don't have anything to offer, so I don't care if they center us.
You don't care. Well, yeah, that's exactly what that statement says. You can't reject Africa, then get mad when Africa don't center you, right? So when we talk about this reparations check, right? The black indigenous people in America that don't have any African ancestry, that shit don't pertain to you. So don't try to ask for no reparations from the Africans that look to their oppressors for that reparations check. You know, that has nothing to do with you.
No, but
And hold
they
on,
are
no,
centering us.
hold
They
the fuck
talk.
on, no. I'm talking to Chief, bro. Just hang in there, hang in tight. And again, Chief, all the recognized tribes, my brother, they all recognize. All the white tea people are the true pretendians. They already worked their way up in those fucking communities. They already created the blood quantum. They already siphoned and did what they did. I guess you just lay it to the party, Chief, because you're not getting recognized. And on top of that, my brother, they run shit. They run shit. So your issue is with the white T man. It's not with no African, my brother. All right.
First of all, you said Africans getting
It's a
reparations.
distraction, bro.
First of all,
They don't run shit.
they didn't experience American chattel slavery, so they don't deserve reparations in the first place.
So Chief, they're not asking for the U.S. government to give them reparations. They're asking European powers. They're asking the Portuguese, the Dutch, right? So that's what I'm saying. This doesn't concern you about what Africans are asking for, and they're just asking for their form of reparations. They're not asking to get a check from the U.S. government. They're asking for their land back. They're asking to take control over their resources. They're asking for their artifacts to be returned back home. It's just a different ball game.
Man, what artifacts do they got? A fucking monkey bone?
Go look at Wakanda, bro. Go look at your boy.
Man, that's a movie.
Go look at your boy Jordan. What's his fucking name?
Man, that's
Anyways,
a movie.
Chief. You know, nah. There's some truth in that movie, Chief, about how certain European powers came and looted, bro. Took all that shit back and put them in their museums.
Well, are
Chief.
you even black?
You don't know about
You
that,
don't even sound black. Are you even black?
Chief? I'm blacker than you. Or I'm blue black, nigga. I'm African black. That's the only black I know.
Yeah, you don't sound black.
You the washed up black. You the copper colored colorist. That's what you are, Chief. You feel me?
You don't sound black.
It's okay. I
You
don't
sound
have
like
to
a white
sound
guy.
black. Look, we don't sound like y'all. You know, I don't sound like a black American. I sound like a fucking FBA. Give a fuck about an FBA. Give a fuck about a pretendian. You don't sound African, nigga. How about that? So keep it pushing, Chief, before you get dragged.
Well, good. I don't want to sound
You
like
feel
y'all.
me? It's all good. We sound like how we sound like. We don't have to sound like you. All right, that's that
But you don't sound
xenophobia
like an
coming out of your
African either.
fucking mouth. You don't speak Choctaw. All right, you speak English. You speak the Queen's English. All right, nigga. So keep it pushing.
Don't use my language.
This is the white tea man's language, Chief. Don't you understand that? Talk to me in
Don't
Choctaw,
try to
bro.
talk like me. Don't try to talk
Talk
like
to
me.
me in Choctaw. Oh, I thought I sounded white though. Now I sound like you. That's crazy.
No, you trying to use the N word
Make
like
up your mind. Make up your mind, bro.
you trying to use the N word like you black.
I am black, African black. Black and African are synonymous, nigga. You think black is a misnomer as a black indigenous person. They stole your name. They reclassified you as a Negro. So I don't know why you stick in the black.
You don't sound African
Right?
neither.
Right?
You don't sound African neither.
I don't have to sound like you expect me to sound like, bro. But you get what I'm saying. You hear my fucking words. You can't get away from that. You don't like the sound of my voice. And then you say I sound white, and then you say don't sound like me. Don't talk like me. So make up your mind.
You don't sound African neither. So what are you? Somebody saying you a Mexican.
I'm a lot of things. I'm amalgamation. Ethnogenesis. I was mixed in.
Yeah, you a Mexican.
And what's a Mexican, Chief? Because those are the true indigenous people of these lands, bro. You knew that, Chief? I ain't
Man,
talking
I
about
don't
the
care.
Spanish now. I ain't talking about the
Well,
Spanish now.
yeah, it's a group of short, fat people that come from
Short,
Mexico.
fat people. You guys have the biggest obese communities. So I don't know
I'm
what
trying
you're
to see
talking
why your Mexican ass think you can host a panel about these.
I'm trying to see why your black American
I'm
ass
trying
is
to
on
see
an
why
African
your
panel.
burrito
With your
guacamole.
goofy ass. Mute up, sister. Mute your
Nah,
ass
why
up.
you think you can host a
I gotta finish Chief off. I
I'm
gotta
saying
finish
y'all
Chief off.
motherfucking Mexicans.
I gotta finish
You
Chief
ain't finishing
off.
nobody.
All right, then nigga, go back in the comments. Get your ass back in the comments. Who the fuck invited you up, Chief? You know, Mexican's a nationality, Chief. You know that, right?
It's a group of
I'm
short,
on your
fat
bitch
people
ass, you fucking
Just like
burrito eating
American,
bitch.
right? Just like American, right, Chief? Like American's a nationality, just like Mexican's a nationality, right? So when you
Y'all
say
short,
American,
y'all are short,
Chief,
y'all are fat.
Chief, a lot of Black Americans are dating Mexican women, man. You know, y'all eating carne asada tacos and burritos. You know that, right?
Ghetto Taco Bell, Bueno eating.
That bitch is annoying. Girl,
Hey, shit.
go play somewhere. Go to them FBA where they put you on a where they prompt you up. You know, where you got a voice. You ain't got a voice on this panel.
Look at the panel you hosting.
Anyways,
How about you let her back up? Because I want to hear what she got to say.
nah, I don't want to hear what she's got a filthy mouth on her, man. She fixed her lips to talk some mess. If she was actually like, I mean, Chief, you know, I don't vibe with you, Chief. But at least, you know, you ain't saying some crazy shit. I can still, you know, talk my shit. You can talk your shit without getting disrespectful. But I ain't nothing out of her mouth that I want to listen to, you know. But Chief, that's an FBA over there. What do you have in common with the FBA, Chief?
I love the FBA.
Don't let
I
this
bet
bitch
you
ass
do.
Mexican back
I
up.
bet you do. I bet you do, Chief. So that's what I'm saying. This is why I got a picture of both of them right here, right? Because the only thing you two have in common, you pretendians and you FBAs, is to shit on African people. You know, so we here to clap back. We here to drag you, make you look like a fool. Let my African people speak on this, right? Because you guys never give us a chance to speak. And that's why we up here. So if Chief, if you a black indigenous person, just stay out of African business, stay out of black business, bro, and keep it pushing, Chief. The reparations ain't for you. You can't claim it. The Europeans are the true pretendians.
You stay Mexican
They're the true pretendians that really took over the whole civilized tribes and blended in with the native folks. So you late to the party, bro. You late to the party. Your issues with Europeans, bro. It's not with Africans.
Yeah, I don't think you are African, though.
That's fine. You
I
said
think you're Mexican.
I sound like a white man. Then you said I sound like you. Stop copying you. And then you said I'm a Mexican. You know, so like pick one, bro. Pick one, bro.
You sound like a motherfucking Mexican. That's what the fuck you sound
You
like.
sound like a man.
Show your face.
You sound like a man.
Show your face.
Show your penis.
I sound like something you trying to be.
Oh my god! I bet you got
I bet it's bigger than yours.
I bet you got an Adam's apple. I gotta take that fucking thing off for people to just come on my fucking panel, bro. I gotta take that feature off. I don't know what the fuck that is. But you're gonna get that bitch is gonna get dropped.
Yeah,
that bitch is gonna get dropped.
Bitch, your man
always will get dropped.
I'm gonna drop
get
you in
dragged.
your burrito.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on, I gotta block her.
No.
I know. I'm gonna block her. I gotta block her.
No, just let her come say her 1, 2, 3. That's it.
JD, she'll be saying some crazy shit. She's gonna get my live. She's gonna get my live pulled.
What your mosquito head eating ass go say?
Okay, vibe, just mute, bro.
Look at you. That's why we don't fuck with y'all funky ass Africans. You trying to take up for this Mexican?
Your vibes, just mute, bro. Just mute.
You
Like
trying to say
mute her?
motherfuckers Mexican now?
No,
You
no, no. You
burrito?
you mute yourself. Let me talk to her real quick.
Okay, all right. JD, let me make you mod so you can check this B,
Yeah.
okay? Whenever
Yeah,
she
you're
gets
You
you're
out of
not you're
you
line, 'cause she
natural,
ain't
you a
got no man.
bitch.
natural,
Your
She ain't
natural.
mama
got
a
no
bitch.
man. She ain't got no man at home.
Mama
You
a
feel me?
burrito eating
She
bitch.
ain't got no. She ain't
You're
got no.
natural.
She gonna take this burrito in her fucking mouth. Is what she's gonna do.
You're natural. What's going on? What's the
I don't
problem?
talk to people.
Bitch, you got diabetes and
Bitch, and
herpes and
No,
bitch,
HPV is what you got.
don't
y'all
mute.
already down to
You're
that bitch.
natural. Are we here to roast or we here to talk?
You ain't talking about shit. I ain't trying to talk to no damn stealing African. Y'all trying to steal
So
people's reparations.
why are you in our space then? If you
Why?
don't want to
This
talk
is
to
a
no African.
Mexican space. This is a Mexican. So you Mexican now?
No, he ain't Mexican. That's my
He
brother.
fucking
Vibes, my
Mexican.
brother.
He's a
He's not.
Mexican.
He's not Mexican.
He's a Mexican.
I know
Yes, he
Vibes, man.
is.
I know Vibes more than you do.
No, the fuck. I bet you do. I
I
bet
s
you do. Y'all
Okay.
girlfriend and boyfriend too, huh?
Yeah, that's fine. But let me ask you
I
something.
know that's your woman.
Yeah, that's fine. But let me ask you
Mm-hmm.
something. What was it? Why are you coming in with the high
Cause I don't
heat and
appreciate no Mexican hosting no panel about no. That's why. Mexicans stay in Mexican business. Don't worry about no black people business. That's why.
I'm black. I'm African.
Yeah, we know y'all love the colonizers. Y'all love the Mexicans too, apparently.
No, Vibes is Eritrean. What are you talking about?
No, the fuck he not. He's Mexican. Tell him put his face in the camera.
So what's the problem? Okay, let's
Tell him to
okay.
put his face in the
Hold on,
camera.
no,
Prove
natural.
me wrong.
Okay, I will. Just let me ask you something. You need to calm down
I'm very
and
calm.
just relax.
I'm very calm.
I just got here. You know what I'm saying? I just got here. So I'm
I'm
trying.
very calm.
Okay, here's the thing. Yo, Vibes, why do they keep saying you're Mexican, bro?
Cause he is. Prove us wrong, Vibe. Show us you ain't Mexican. Prove me wrong.
Natural. My sister, just hold on, please. Hold on.
Oh, I
Just
ain't your
relax.
sister. Ain't nothing to you. We ain't no relation.
No matter what, you're black, I'm black. That's all.
And that don't mean we can't vote.
Okay, but let me ask you something. Just let Vibe run his life, but just don't get his life taken
Nah,
down.
Vibe don't need to be hosting no panels about this. He a Mexican. He need to worry about Mexican shit. They got a lot of stuff going on. He need to talk about the cartel and some more extra shit, not about us.
Why don't you open your life and just run your own shit the way you want to run your own shit?
Cause I don't have to. I'm coming through this bitch sharing this shit down. That's what I'm doing.
Or you trying to shut it down?
I'm coming to share his
Cause
shit
she got no
down.
motion. She ain't got no.
Don't come on my husband panel.
Cause she
Don't come on
can't
my
run her
husband
own
panel no
life. You
more.
know
Oh, honey, I definitely can get way more views
Yo,
than
trying to get
that.
some attention on
I can host
Vibes.
the
African
panel and get way
African
more
Hey,
panels.
views
bro,
She's
than
trying to
that.
get.
But I
you
don't
know
She's
how
want
trying to
like
get
a
some.
Mexican thinking
She's
he can
trying to
speak
get
for us.
some.
That's what I don't like. Ain't nobody in here.
It's a
Don't listen to people. What I'm
Mexican. You
trying to
sound like a
do.
redneck. You sound like a straight up redneck.
And
It's
you
a
sound like
Mexican.
you sound like a wetback.
Mexico,
You
Mexican.
sound like a
yo, Vibes,
burrito eater.
Vibes,
Mexico.
y'all know each other?
Yo, well,
Yeah,
that
we
sounds
love
pretty
trying to
MAGA.
we
That
love
sounds
trying to get on
pretty
my husband's
anti. That
panel.
sounds pretty xenophobic.
I
Yeah,
don't
so
care what the
you go
fuck you
do
sound
that. You
like.
go do
I
that
don't
somewhere
care.
else now. Yeah,
Oh, she
well,
trying
I
to get
give
your
a
life
fuck
taken
about you
down, bro.
too. You know, give a fuck
Yeah,
about
she
what
trying to
you
get your life
think.
taken down, bro.
Yeah, I know. I told you, JD. I try to give you a chance, but yeah, JD.
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
Yeah, go
that's
ahead.
not no woman, man. That's a bed wench right there, bro. That's the lowest common denominator in society right there. And she's a racist and xenophobic. That's what she is. You are the women chief.
Mama a
That's your
street
problem.
hoe.
You only respect yourself. And your mama's box stinks. And your box stinks. How about that? So go
The
clean that
truth.
shit out. All
I'm not
right.
in a problem with that.
Can't clean her booty hole
That
thing with her
xenophobic
nasty.
truth? That xenophobic truth,
This
Chief?
bitch
That's
is
what she's
so
speaking?
childish,
That
bro. For
bitch is
real, it's so
obsessed. Look at her. Look at her. She's rabid. Her rabbit ass Mike. She cannot get enough. She just loves African. She loves when you fight with your girlfriend, that toxic kind of love where she needs to argue with you and then do that makeup
Grown
sex.
like you fucking
That's her right there,
Mexicans.
bro. And she gets turned on. She gets turned on by talking to us, Chief. So she's not your girl. She's not your sister. She's our sister. And she's obsessed
I
with
don't
her.
know, man.
That's why she's always on this African
I mean,
dick.
yeah.
You feel me?
You guys have these arguments before.
with his mosquito eating ass. Go build a
You're
goddamn dookie hut,
you're
and you go.
natural. Just relax. Just relax. Just come
Those
on up and just
Tyreek Nasheed
relax.
jokes, man. Y'all need to come up with your own jokes. Y'all need to come up with your own jokes, man. We heard it all before, you know. But
Who
yeah,
motherfucking
JD,
Tyreek
what were they
Nasheed
talking?
was?
JD, what were they talking? JD, what were they talking about on that other panel? JD, what were they talking about?
No, man, I mean, damn. I mean, we was talking about
JD, you hear me?
man, TikTok. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. They were talking
Yeah, I
about
can
there was
hear
a
you. I
dude.
can hear you,
There was a dude.
JD.
Yeah,
You hear
there's a
me?
dude. He's a black American. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, they're talking about there's a dude. He's in South Africa, man, and he used to live in America. He was born in America, but he lives in South Africa. So he was giving out the experience in South Africa and stuff like that. So you know, he was talking about that. And then when he came up, then he trying to read the prompt because ain't nobody was reading the prompt when he got there. Nobody was talking about the prompt. Nobody was. You hear me, right?
Yeah, and then that's why I asked about the prompt, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
But
understand.
yeah,
So
JD,
nobody
you
was talking
hear
about the
me?
prompt, man. Yeah.
For the record, yeah. For the record, my mother is from Mexico. She's indigenous from Oaxaca. She's got that. We're about to take the DNA results because the Africans that came with the Spanish to Mexico. That's
Yeah.
our like Vicente Guerrero, La Venta, Oaxaca. Like we have that root there, and they're mixed in with the indigenous folks. That's my mom's side, and then my dad's side's Eritrean. So that's what I am, and I'm proud of both
So
sides.
you are
I ain't got no
Eritrean
problem.
then.
But yes,
¿Habla
I am
español?
Eritrean on my father's side, and
You speak
hablo
Spanish?
español también. Claro que sí. Yeah. Yeah,
Why?
it was my first language. Yeah.
I understand. I
So
understand, bro. I
the
mean,
FBAs hate me. The FBAs hate me, bro.
man, they've been hating. They've been hating
They
on the whole
came
Afri.
after the
They've been hating on the
Mexicans
whole African,
first,
bro. They've been
and
hating on the
then
whole
the East
Africans.
Africans. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fun, man. It's fun, bro.
But
It's fun, man.
yeah, they
But but
can't
but
make up
but
their
why
mind.
hey,
They go,
but let me ask you something. Why natural? She's like talking smack up. I mean, you have been arguing before, or just the first time?
Yeah, I think I've seen her on. I'd be jumping on those FBA panels, and some Black Americans like hear me out sometimes, because I'm trying to educate. On one side I talk my shit, but on the other side I kind of try to uplift or try to
Yeah.
make them aware of the powers that be that are against all of us, or call out some contradictions that I see with their leader, Tyreek, or I did African American studies throughout college, so I invested a lot of time learning as much as I could, about,
Okay.
and I see them like brothers and sisters, from the diaspora too. We're in America too. We're the Africans in Mexico. We're the Africans back on the continent, and they the ones here in the colonial 13
Bro,
colony Negroes, the house
that's a
Negroes,
that's a hate
So
that's a hate group, bro. That's a hate group, bro. For real, for real. The hate group.
And it's going to be funny. Yeah, I think a lot of people, Black History and some other people have showed how they've taken this up with Congress. There has people already talked about it being a hate group. It's a 3-letter organization, right? When you think about all 3-letter
Yeah,
organizations, it's pretty
yeah,
self-explanatory. But with them calling themselves Heritage Americans, them
yeah.
lining themselves up with white nationalists and their whole talking points in this current administration. So yeah, of course, they're just gonna, they're just riding coattails, they're just jumping on the bandwagon of hate, and
I was in the
and
panel
hate they do.
yesterday. I was
Oh,
in the
but always
panel
remind
yesterday,
them this,
bro.
JD. Remind our.
I was in the panel yesterday. It was
Go
bad,
ahead.
man. We was like roasting each other. They don't want to learn nothing, man. They don't want to know nothing. They don't care. That's so weird, man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There are some that will listen because they have no choice, and this is why we do our own panels because they're forced to listen. You know, when we try to speak on their panels, there's no way that we can get a word in. So at least, like
They
the
keep muting
Ghanaian
me
brothers
on
and
the
sisters that
panel.
were up here
They
today,
keep
you know,
muting.
I gave them a chance.
They keep muting me on the
Mhm.
panel when I went there yesterday. I couldn't even talk. I could not talk, bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
it respected, you know. It's respected. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Your mic is crazy. Your mic is crazy, bro. I gotta mute you. I gotta mute you, bro. You gotta fix your mic. I don't know what the fuck's up. Your profile shows a white man or a white woman. I don't know. Fix your mic. Fix your mic. But this is I'm a white. Sometimes I do let white people talk because since they want to claim lineage, we want to listen to their daddies. You know, sometimes. And you know, white people don't really think that great of y'all FBAs, even though you guys think you're aligning yourselves with them. In a star, are you there? I'm gonna try this again. Unmute yourself. If not, yeah, JD. So yeah, this is why we create our own space and we speak on this topic. They literally think that we can't speak about how Black Americans are. I can't hear you, dude. Your mic's fucked up, bro. Your mic's fucked up. Your mic is fucked up, bro. Come, try something else. I gotta drop you. I gotta drop you. These people are so entitled that they think that we can't speak about their hatred towards Africans, their rhetoric about how they treat people online. They literally think they cannot be spoken of, but they think they're the small hat people. Like they think that if we speak about them, we are committing some kind of crime, or but FBAs don't make the majority of African Americans. FBAs are like 1%, if less than that, of the African American community in the United States. Okay, so not all African Americans are FBAs. Not even all Black Americans are FBAs, right? You guys, there's different sects of you, and you guys are not all on the same page. Some FBAs call themselves indigenous that have nothing to do with Africa. So why call yourself FBA to begin with? So you guys are confused. You guys have an identity crisis. And we, as your African brethren, right, just trying to show you the right way, so that's all it is.
The funny thing is, bro, they do not care, man. All they worry about, they say, y'all can go back to y'all country. Y'all leave us alone. The reparation doesn't belong to y'all. Everything belong to us. I'm like, man, what the hell is this, man? Damn.
JD's like, damn.
Yeah. It's. I love all my brothers. I love all my black brothers and black sisters, man. I love them all, bro. But it's so weird when you come with this kind of narrative, like trying to divide people, trying to cause chaos and all this kind of stuff, man. It's not right, you know.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of confusion. Up in these TikTok streets, But yeah, that's why we're going to try to make some sense out of it. All right, we got a new panelist here, Twa. Twa, what's up? Welcome to the panel. Can you get your race, your ethnicity, where you're from?
My race is black. I'm African American from the U.S.
Okay, welcome to the panel, sister. Do you want to speak? Do you want to respond to anything that's been said so far, or speak on the prompt?
The prompt. I mean, I guess I kind of just came in when JD was saying he loved the black folks. So you talk about African Americans. Well, shit, we love y'all too on the continent.
Now, my sister, let me tell you something. My sister. Okay, you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I went to high school in California. I played baseball with a lot of black Americans. We played baseball. I went to college in Indiana, right? When I went to college, we was like brothers and sisters. Nobody can come in between us. Nobody. That's how much love we have for each other. But when I just downloaded TikTok like about a year ago. 1 year ago when I download TikTok, when I come on TikTok, divisiveness, the chaos and all this kind of stuff is just so weird, man. I mean, why does it have to be like this? Why do you have to give the white people, the YT people, something to laugh about? Why? You
Well, I
know?
mean, these people are imperialists. To me, anybody who cannot call themselves African American is an imperialist raccoon. But that's just my personal radical opinion as a revolutionary who descend from radical revolutionaries as well. These these people that calling themselves Black American, they're probably just kind of like weak or not connected to their actual culture. Like imagine a Nigerian person who don't know that they're Yoruba or that they don't know Igbo, they don't know Igbo or Igbo
Damn.
proverbs. So you
Then that's
gotta,
that's bad. That's bad.
yeah, that is, and that's exactly why the FBA are like sick and sad. So let me get to the prompt. It say, will Africans get reparations before FBA and pretendians? Yes, because FBA and pretendians, one, they're not literally indigenous Americans, so they don't have any rights to the American land, the continent. That's number one. Number two, they're trying to pretend to be indigenous. It's gonna that's basically saying that they're not African. Therefore, no reparations because you're not a survivor of the greatest crime against humanity. You see what I'm saying? So they won't get no reparations. Period. If they do this stupid shit, they continue this can on. Now you can't reject Africa, then get mad. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. And then number two, can you explain specifically how Ghana asking European countries? Well, they're not asking European countries. Well, I guess yes, some. But the United Nations, this is like a government that the world is recognizing. And then yeah, I guess European countries, but also other parties who also participated. This is a federal recognition across the entire globe. And yeah, the European countries they abstained, and then the U.S. and they little pimp Israel, and then their little dummy dog, Argentina. They all said that they didn't want to have no reparations because they're imperialists. They literally depend on the exploitation of African Americans, which are who the people who is getting this reparations. These FBA to confuse folks. Now people calling actual African Americans Black Americans. That's literally indigenous erasure. I'm an indigenous African, and calling me a Black American reduces my African identity. I'm an African American. And now these FBA got people trained to no longer call us by our actual name that we've been fighting. My ancestors have been fighting for since literally the plantation times, since 1600s, to remember that they are African. And now these lames is getting on the internet telling everybody that we just Black Americans. I am disgusted every damn day. Okay. And number three, if reparations were distributed, thank you. If reparations was distributed under legally recognized terms like African American or people of African descent, how do you expect to qualify after publicly rejecting both identities? I hope they get whooped. They deserve whoopings, lashings, spankings, batons, anything, because I really hate what they have done. They have desecrated our people. We have spent hundreds of years of scholarship, being scholars, inventors, geniuses, people who were Pan-Africanist revolutionaries, like anti-imperialists, anti-fascists who've been fighting for the entire diaspora for over 100 years. And these FBA idiots have now reduced us to something that's literally another caricature. The new caricature, and people making AI memes every day as a caricature of all of our people being stupid. We've never been dumb. White people have always tried to lie and say that Africans were stupid. They've always said that the Africans in America were stupid. And now the FBA is actually being dumb, not knowing the difference between continent and country, or ethnicity and nationality. And now people think that we dumb. It's embarrassing. I actually hate them. And I wish actually only bad things for them. So yeah.
You know what, my sister, I respect you for that. These are the educated people. And the thing is, we as Africans, we don't like to see, like, if you go anywhere around the world, when you see a black man or black woman, most of them they're African descendants. And we have much love. Like once we see anybody black around the world, we try to approach, we try to engage. That's how we are. So right now in the United States, the CIA, whatever they're doing, all this kind of stuff, trying to divide the black people. I mean, it's not gonna get anywhere. Their kids, when they grow up, they're gonna continue hating just because they've been taught by these FBAs. And just that thing is it's just not right. I don't like it. I mean, see, I'm from Kenya, and see, we Kenyans, we was colonized by the British. They still have the British military in our country, but we don't talk about reparations at all out there. We don't care about that. We really don't. But when Muhammad came to the United States talking about the reparations, that means it's not all about the money and stuff like that. That's what the FBI have been thinking. It's not all about the money. It's about the dignity. So right now, what's going on around the world right now? Whatever's going on around the world, all this WAR going on around the world, it's time for us to capitalize on coming together. We have to capitalize on coming together. Say, you know what are we doing next? What are we gonna do next as black people? But that's not how people have been talking. They're talking about, oh, you know what, shit. I mean, we're gonna stick with the code. Oh, fuck Africans. Oh, Africans go back to their country and all this kind of stuff. It's just nasty, man. It makes you look so dumb.
Yeah, because they
Very, very,
imperialists.
very nasty. Very nasty. Twa, I do want to say something to Twa. I appreciate for what you're saying. As an African American, we need more African Americans to say exactly what you said. And us adjusting to the term Black American, I was forced to understand it because, again, they're trying to make it an ethnicity, right? It's not recognized, by the federal government, Federal Directive 15 or the census. But that's what they're pushing for, right? But it's more inclusive Black American. That term itself is just this: the Black as a race and American as a nationality. So a lot of people from the diaspora, naturalized or birthright, right? Like a lot of our first generation, second generation folks can be Black Americans too, and they hate this, right? Because they're trying to take the Black, they're trying to police our Blackness. So they despise us calling each other Black American. But just to give you like hold up, bro. Just to give you like the inclusive aspect about it, it's pretty open to everybody using it, but they're trying to gatekeep it for themselves, right? But I definitely understand your point of view. And right now, Black American is really like a cover for saying that they're pretendians or FBA. So they're closeted FBAs or pretendians using Black American as a front, right? So I definitely get that shit too, and that's why I kind of like give them a little more interrogation when I'm trying to unpack who they are, because they just want to go under that. And then I'm like, well, what about African American? And then I end up like unpacking what they truly are, and the mask eventually falls off. And so, but yeah, I'm definitely against like the xenophobia, the white talking points, the heritage Americans, because it's very easy to catch this, and they're just jumping on the bandwagon right now, this current administration, and doing their hate. But no, yeah, they try to FBA wash all of African American achievements, and this is why I make a clear distinction between all these groups, But I appreciate open panel. So I'll let you respond to it.
No, I was gonna ask a sister here, Twa. What does Twa means? What does it mean, Twa?
Oh, somebody African has told me about the Mutwa people, but it's not about that. But that is a cool coincidence, though, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing Twa. I'm like, Twa, like Twa. So I was wondering like what exactly Twa means.
Yeah, okay. Somebody else told me about the Mutwa, but okay.
Mutwa, what language is that, Mutwa?
Mutwa? I'm not sure.
Where are those people from? Where are they from?
Southern Africa, in the Southern African regions.
Okay. You been in the continent?
Somebody informed her.
Hold on.
Oh, somebody
JD,
informed
somebody
her.
informed. Yeah, somebody informed her what that meant, and they're trying. Yeah, that's not. But I don't know where did you get the Where did you get the name Twa from? And then she's got a tornado next to it, so or the sun, and she's got the
Okay,
sun.
well,
She got the sunshine there.
I don't know. Look, I'm psychic. I'm gifted. So like, look, maybe I just like grabbed it like in this way, but I call myself Twa because I like the number 3. And this naming system is because I am a pillar. If you know what that means, the middle pillar and all this. So I'm essentially putting myself like a celestial body in the sky paired with the sun and the tornado. I normally call myself the
Okay, we
moon.
got a numerology system. We got a numerology.
Yeah, I'm
system.
very that. I love alchemy. I love, the ancient African cosmology. I want to learn more about it so that I
You've been
can
to the
be more
continent
accurate.
before? You've been there
Have I
before?
who?
Right.
You've been to Africa before?
No, but I want to go very, very bad. I'm
Please
going.
do. Please do.
Look, I've been had my passport, but I've been trying to go. It's actually been kind of difficult to get to the continent, but I do want to go very bad. Like
difficult. Wait. Difficult as in what? Why a lot of y'all say like this? Difficult.
Well,
Difficult
because
as
the
what?
U.S. is like they really trap people. They don't want people, and specifically African Americans. They don't want us to see Africa. So some of them don't. It's like a difficult process to not only get out of the country, but to get registered to be able to go out of the country and to simply go to Africa.
Twa. Let me tell you. Let me ask you something. You're American, right? You're American. You got an American passport, right?
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you want. Who's gonna stop you? As long as you got the money.
Well, personally, right now, okay, this is for me. I don't know the age or whatever, but like I found out. Well, I've had like a Ghanaian mentor when I was studying technology. I've also had a Nigerian mentor, but this was in 2018. So if you know, this was right before the pandemic. So I was like wanting to go and visit and travel, but during this time, Americans just period, because of how Trump was handling COVID and etc. A lot of countries were not accepting Americans. So that during that time I was not able to go travel because of the COVID, and then not travel because of the stigmas of COVID. And that now that's only was 6 years ago. So it's been a little difficult. And now we have this whole like airport thing going.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of stuff like that. But I still want to go. I still want to go, and I will go eventually.
I understand. Now I understand. Let me tell you something. My neighbors, the Black Americans, okay? I know them for a very long time. That guy, he took his wife and his 3 kids. They went to Namibia. They stayed there for like 3 months with the kids. When the school was closed, then they went there. Now they own like 3 acres of property. In Namibia, that's like part of southwest central side of Africa.
Yeah.
And that guy, I'm from Kenya. He always tells me, I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Egypt and stuff like that. I want to go see the pyramids. I'm like, bro, just go anywhere in Africa. Just go explore and just come back. You'll feel more empowered. You will see what I'm telling you, what I'm talking about. That guy went there. His wife became a teacher. She stayed there with the kids. I'm telling you for real. They had the house they had over here. They sold it. They have a second house in California, but the house they didn't sell the one in California. This guy go to Namibia back and forth because he owned a lot of properties there. He even speak their language right now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta see, you got more advantage more than us. You got more advantage. You can do whatever the hell you want. When you go out there, say, you know what, shit, I want to go to South Africa. How many Black Americans in South Africa today? How many Black Americans in Nigeria today? They come back, they feel more empowered. I understand about the bills, my sister. Whoever, Glemin, I understand about the bills. Everybody got the bills, Everybody got the bills. Everybody got the bills. So, you got to make time to, to try to be out of this mess a little bit, trying to see what's out there. It's more beneficial. It will pay big dividends down the road. So don't let nobody stop you. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Don't let nobody stop you. Do it.
Yeah, and he's saying like compared to Africans or other people that it's harder without, the U.S. passport is very powerful. So there are obstacles, of even like investigating where you're going to go, a safe place, and all that stuff. That's all part of it too, and that holds people back too because they're not comfortable. They haven't done the work to figure that out, and that goes with everywhere you travel. You got to be aware where you're going and not get caught up. But yeah, I think Twa. I think
Hold up.
you follow me, and I follow you. So I think we've talked before, Twa. But it was good to hear from you again. We do have a new panelist, Irez. You had a lot of background noise on your. Okay, he's out of here. Or no, Moa's out of here. Moa, don't go, Twa. Twa, I didn't mean to kick you out of here. I just wanted to address this guy. Oh, anyways, Irez, are you there? Yo, yo,
Hello.
Hey,
yo, what's up? What's going
What's going
on?
on, guys?
Can you give me your race or ethnicity?
Yes, I'm mixed, black and white, and I'm in my early 20s.
Wait, who am I talking to?
Mr. Diddler. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's to keep my name,
Okay.
secret. Our app is kind of being flooded by a certain group of people.
All right, I'm going to drop the other guy because he has a bunch of background noise. All right, Diller, do you want to speak on the prompt? Or you want to respond to anything we've said so far?
Let me just plug my headphones in. Hold on.
Yeah, JD, I might have to restart this because like anybody that comments or does anything, it blocks them.
You guys can hear me okay?
And then my
oh, okay. Yeah,
my
go ahead and
algorithm is
restart.
fucked.
Yeah, restart, bro.
Yeah,
We're
well,
gonna share. I'm gonna share the
after we
light.
got Diddler here.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Diddler. Let Diddler.
I got you.
Go ahead, Diddler.
Okay. Will get affirmations for FBAs and no. As much I've joined a numerous amount of lives speaking about this and we've
Wait, can you repeat that question? Can you read it in its entirety?
yeah, I did. So did I cut out?
Yeah, I think you cut out, brother.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Will Africans get reparations before FBAs and what's Predatidians? What is that? Like natives?
Like black people black people in America that claim to be indigenous to America and have no African ancestry. That's a
Yeah.
pretendian.
Okay, yeah. Well, like I had like a debate like in multiple like lives like especially about this like and it like they were really informed, but we came to the conclusion like even throughout genealogy or whatever, that the answer is no, that they're not gonna get those reparations because they're just paying them out to their oppressors instead of them, um and especially like there's no record of they didn't have a record of it. So it was just another one of those things that just got, buried in the dirt. Number two, can you explain specifically how Ghana asking European countries for reparations has anything to do with money owed by the US government to black Americans? Um I just think it's a little more exposing to the system that was in place at that time, how they were trading people, um, and basically like to do the labor. There was that was the labor force. Um, I think that it doesn't really have anything to do with the U.S. government, right? Because that's not under their jurisdiction. And then number three, if reparations were distributed under legally recognized terms like AA or people of A descent, how do you expect to qualify after publicly rejecting both identities? Now
Fuck.
that is the master question that we were talking about, right? Because let's say like people have their certain faiths and they want to walk away from these protected groups, right? Right, you walked away from that protected group so you could no longer use that story that keeps those protected groups protected, right? Now unless you have like facts and records or whatever now claiming that the story that you say is true and like this is what happened to you because your blood is special, like because of like your story and like your like genes, you know then you could get a paper. I'm saying, I'm pretty sure they'd give a paper, but you would need to dig deep and most of the people can't dig back till before the 1800s. And I conclude there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Thanks for the insight. And yeah, I mean, yeah, we've had these discussions too, and we've come to this realization of what this all is all about. All this claiming this, claiming that, and hating on this and hating on that. So just a bunch of hating. You as a biracial person, how do you see yourself, do you see FBAs claiming, because they claim a unique lineage, and they claim the European lineage, the Aboriginal Native lineage, whatever that is, and lastly their African lineage, which they punch down on.
Yes.
Um,
And that's
as a
wait,
Go
finish
ahead.
up. Go because I have a feeling I know what you're gonna ask, but I don't want to run you over. But I'm ready to answer. But
Yeah, well, I just, because we got the triracials, we got the biracials, we got the Melungeon, we got the fucking quadroons,
you know,
and it's just so funny. It's just so funny how
They what?
what it is, right? Because I'm gonna let you know exactly.
they wait their turn. They wait their turn only. They wait their
Yes.
turn until they're called upon.
Yes.
But go ahead. But you know where I'm going with
Right.
this. Okay,
But
go
yeah.
ahead, Diddler.
So they're denouncing in a way, right? Because and me personally, when I first came across it, I've never heard of that term. Right. And me personally, like I was talking to some other people, I was like, yo, I low-key think this is a psyops. Right. And it low-key sounds like a psyops. I mean, it's kind of getting people to forget their roots and the true history of where they came and to settle and now they're turning the people against them. So literally they're colonists. We wish we could have did that with the Native Americans, but they retaliated. Um, I mean, it was kind of easier to get a foothold as a colonist into these groups because we had control. I mean, that's where control the masses came from. Control the masses came from a slave owner. He was a black slave owner, and he learned how to break into their mind. Separate the mother from the daughter. Whatever. Like he knew the ins and outs, and these white men were going to him and asking him, "Yo, how did you do it? How are you keeping them all in line?" You know what I'm saying? But everyone likes to run over that fact and, stay in the present day. But I feel like that they're forgetting where they derive from and they're mainly focused on the point of what the Europeans gave them. But that's not their origination.
Right. That's a good point. And, funny that you said the black slave owners, because they want to talk a lot of this shit about Africans being, having slaves, but we forget about black Americans being
I was
slave
going
owners
to
as
add
well.
on a point to that.
But hold on. Okay, I'll let you talk, but I need you to introduce yourself with your race, your ethnicity, where you're from.
I'm black and I'm American.
Then we'll go.
Simple.
So, and black Americans and ethnicity, or how do you? So you're not African American, right? Only.
I ain't never been to Africa. So I just I'm not FBA. I'll just call myself black and I'm American. I really label myself I'm just American, man. Because at the end of the day, that's like me calling you white and American. You get what I'm saying? When people ask me, I'm saying I'm American. You know what I'm saying? But on the TikTok purposes, what you said my race was, I added black and American. Right.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yo,
so
what's
let's
up?
back. This man got the Zen cans on deck.
Yeah. What's
Hold on 1 second, bro.
Hold on.
I'm finna help
Nick,
y'all out.
Nick,
I'm finna help y'all out. YT people. For my white T brothers in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna help y'all out. I am tired of the bullshit. We need to, as a people, as black people, realize that the shit was bamboozled, right? I can debunk this shit for you and walk along with you. What happened? They
I got you.
melanated people, because I like because this is gonna help y'all. Even in the terminology, let's say if people want to claim they're from America, they got enslaved too. If they were melanated brown, no matter if they looked at Mexican or African, they were reclassified as all slaves and black. That was facts. Reclassification actually happened. So all of them got mixed up in with each other. Now, let me explain this. In the end, the indigenous black people got enslaved first. They were trying to import Africans That's where the slave trade comes in. They already had slaves in Europe. Motherfuckers are coming from Africa. So they're like, why not send them to America to help them indigenous people build the tribes that they did take over already? You got to think about it. Why just pick one black person when you can get more black people over here, right? So they got the people bolted up side to side. Let me explain to you the story. This is history. This is our history. We have to be proud of. For my research, this is what I know, and I do a lot of fucking research every day, bro. I'm telling you, I do a lot of research. I don't care who ideology I'm listening to. I try to search for the truth in both sides, whether it's FBA and whether it's the Africans. This is the truth that I see. This is no lie. You can fact check me. This guy just tried to fact check me in a different lie. I'm explaining this to the white guys because this actually helps y'all. Africa is trying to play America, right? Even though America is predominantly white. Everybody's like, why should we pay reparations? You know who I feel like owe reparations? You know, you want to ask me? I want y'all to ask me real quick. You want to know who? This is my personal opinion. And this is what should be all black people opinion and white people in America. Because this is why I hope America said no. You ask why? I feel like Africa owes reparations to the black people in America, whether they're African black, long as you foundationally been there. Now, I get that part from FBA. I told you I look for the truth in both things. Long as you are African that actually stepped foot on American soil and you could prove that by paperwork, boom. And you're indigenous, you could prove that by paperwork. Long as you've been here, that's all that matters. Long as you've been here on this soil for during the times of slavery and you were melanated, and you know that your ancestors, not only Africans, been through slavery. That's the thing. They enslaved all the melanated people right there because they were colonizing, just like you said. These are proven facts. But who I feel like owe reparations, if they want to bring up the terminology of everybody came from Africa, which I still kind of question that because this guy told me that it was 36,000 ships. And the only ships they found was in the Caribbean, and it was only 14 of them. Out of 36,000, man? Shit, man. That's not.
So you sounded
But
you sounded more and more like these black people were in America. The transatlantic slave trade never existed.
black
Melanated
is a
people are all
color.
over the world. Black people are all over the world.
That's you, Marie, saying this.
Melanated
Black
doesn't.
is a color.
No. Hold on, Diddler. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, I got you.
Is this the host talking?
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the host talking. I just want to
Okay,
make
okay,
sure
okay.
I know who I'm
I'm
dealing
trying
with,
to I'm
right?
trying to help my white
So
bro, my white dudes right here. And this other white dude is just fucking me up right now. I'm trying to help y'all on y'all argument. I'm trying to tell y'all who really owes reparations to.
he's a
Because they're trying to
biracial.
pin
He's
it
a
all on America.
biracial.
Right.
Well,
And
they're trying to pin it all on they're trying to pin it all on America, right? Well, America got history to it, right? No matter
Who's
if you
trying to
was
pin it all
FBA,
on
no matter
America? Who's trying to pin?
hold on. Dude, can you mute all three of them? I'm literally trying to land the plane. Even if you were melanated, no matter if you're indigenous American, black American, African American, even if you were black, all the way down to biracial, you were enslaved. You were affected. You were property. Facts. That's what the colonizer said. Ain't
so
you
that
white
means
T-man?
rights are null.
No, the rights to African people and any other black person, whether Caribbean counts too, because slavery was in the Caribbean, right?
It was all over the world.
No, I'm talking about the transatlantic slave trade history, because that was only for a certain period of time that they're talking about, that the African people are talking about.
Yes,
This
but
is
they're
the black
downplaying
man
it was a
putting the
world
white.
issue.
No, this is the black man putting you on black history, because at the end of the day, this is going to help your argument.
Yeah, but there's been slaves since Egypt.
Yo.
Hold on.
I get that, but listen,
Hold on.
the thing
JD.
is,
Yo. I gotta
they
leave for a
said
little
from
bit,
the
but JD, can you
transatlantic
run this?
slave
Oh, I got
trade when they
Mr.
went
Wine
to the
too. I
Union.
got Mr. Wine.
Yeah, go
Y'all
ahead.
run
Yeah,
this
I
for a
got
little bit. I'll be right back.
Y'all want reparations from the transatlantic slave trade. That's exactly what was told in the United Nations in New York. Right?
That's how they're paying all the reparations to the oppressors, right? Because those people that got
That's what I'm trying to tell
exactly,
you.
but the people that got took, right? that they can't seek they will never get it, right? They can't, that genealogy shit, like they can't go past the 1800s and there's no record, even if you have the blood type. Like that's what I'm trying to say. It's like no matter how much people want to elude from it and disconnect, it's like no matter what, it's like that's not the reality of the true severity, because this was a global
Because
issue.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
you're right. The transatlantic was one of them. But the thing
yeah.
is, you
That's
don't think
what
they
they.
obscured it on
That's what
purpose?
they.
Yeah, you could go on there.
Chill. Damn. Chill. I'm landing the plane here. The transatlantic slave trade was during a period of time, right? It had a period of time. Every slave trade had a period of time, whether it was the Egyptian Arabs, whether it was the Europeans with the Irish, whether everybody enslaved their own people because they thought less of other people at one point in time in history. Yes, that don't take away from what happened, because even the J people got reparations. I get what happened. They trying to the J people made it where it was a crime to humanity. Then they actually got reparations, right? Boom.
But the thing about the Jays, though, and it's the hugest difference, is because they played their card very well in gaining the financial power, right?
How?
Because right, and look, let me tell you right now, right? So right, Africa, right. First off, right, we're gonna start in Africa, right? Mansa Musa single-handedly crashed the gold economy. The Europeans never ever seen gold like that. Whatever, Mansa Musa was giving them it by the boatload. But anyways, scrap that. The Roman Empire, right? Basically, right,
Mm-hmm.
the Christians weren't allowed to lend money. It's like, let's say you my family, right? We brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ask you for $20 and you gave it
Mm-hmm.
to me, right? You are now like, I'm now a debtor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I owe you something. But the thing is, like, that debt is like more spiritual, right? But that's what they don't want us. They want us to think today that money, like payment, is just money when it's not. Think about it. Like when Shorty
You're
don't have her
selling. You're
money.
selling your time, really.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Right.
selling. Yeah.
Right. So then, basically, right, the Christians weren't allowed to lend. So guess who could? The Jays, right? So because the Jays didn't believe in the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then so the Roman Empire went to the Jays, and then they were lending money, whatever. And then to a point where the Jays were funding both sides of the war, and they were getting paid off it. Right.
So how they ended up in that horrific thing they went through, right?
So let me
Because
tell you, right? And
that's where we're at.
and right, because we could both acknowledge that the whole story was never told. So let me like tell you this, right? Because like
Wait. Before you tell me this, I need to know something from you so I can know if you're coming from the victim's point of view or the victor's point of view, or you just an outsider looking in and you know the history.
I got
Are
you.
you Jew? Are you
No.
them people? Okay.
Right.
Now, what side are you on?
That's a valid question, right? I believe in Jesus. Right?
Okay.
Right. And that's a very valid question to ask.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's a very valid question to ask.
Even though they do manipulate y'all a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
All religions, but the thing is, right?
I do see a couple Christians standing on.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
did, like, the Catholics. We're not gonna pretend like the Crusades didn't happen, and they didn't tell a bunch of people if they fought in this war that they get a free ticket to heaven. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the
Oh
truth.
shit, slavery happened. Shit, I mean, a couple of events happened that, you know what I'm saying. I'm not blaming Christians. I'm just blaming. I'm telling y'all, don't be easily manipulated. Like, let's say if somebody tells you, that's why I tell people, like, I'm more spiritual.
That's real, but that's real. I feel you, right? But hold on.
Topic, man. Let's not do that misinformation. We don't want to drop this live because of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Right. Do you guys remember where I was at?
Yeah, I remember exactly where you're at. We was talking about how the J people ended up where they were at.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So there was one family. I don't want to disclose the last name because we know who runs this app, but it rhymes with like Roth smiled.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. Those same bonds that were signed back in them days,
Mm-hmm.
they're still compounding to this day.
Mm.
Those families, they're still getting paid to this day. And the money compounds every day. That means it became more and more over hundreds of years, right? And so that's why they were able to seek their reparations, because they had they used.
You know how long did that happen? I'm saying, like, No, I'm saying
Essentially,
the Malamos.
the Malamoths. Can you enlighten me? What's that?
You know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to
Okay.
code word the
I
H.
got you. I got you.
How long was the H?
All right, right. So right now,
How many years?
the thing with that is that whole thing wasn't entirely true. Right now, let me now. Right, we have this whole
You know that they got
situation.
kicked out of Spain and all the
They
other
were kicked
countries.
out of 109 countries. Yes,
Yes, and we weren't kicked out of shit.
exactly. Right, and you're right. And so I just want you to hold
And
that
we were
thought. Wait,
enslaved
wait.
for 400 years, right?
Yes, you're right, and
And
you're
they only
exactly right.
went
And
the
I want you to.
Holocaust for.
They're not the true. They're not the true. They're occupied. Right, but hold on. Wait. Let me get to that. Hold on. Right.
I'm
That
just trying
guy.
to stay with you,
I
bro.
got you. I got you. But hold on. Wait. Just hang out on mute real quick. Right. So that guy. Right. He never died. He never committed suicide. Whatever. What actually happened is the U.S. took him in for information. You know what I'm saying? They around that time we took the scientists with it, right? We made weapon advancements, medical advancements. And the thing is, why would we execute the guy or unalive, I'm sorry. The guy who had most of the information at this time, who conquered and invaded Poland, and it was a huge presence at the time, and had a big foothold in the Communist Party, and who actually scripted the manifesto and toppled Italy. Right. We took him in for information, and we took a scientist in for information. But the thing is, the narrative was flipped, right? And we already know who flipped the narrative. But the thing is, if the truth has always been obscured, then how much things do we actually know that we pretend that we don't? And that the control of the
There's a
masses of the
lot.
people, exactly, and that the control of the masses is just another tactic to have people arguing about who's black, who's white, who gay, who this. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all don't focus on who's pulling the
We're all
strings.
human, but it's just different species. This is
Exactly.
this
Like
this is stopping us from evolving. You get what I'm saying?
yes, but
This
look at
is
the picture. Like you see how there's people on puppets and then there's a puppeteer.
yeah. I actually had a dream about one of those puppeteers, but it actually wasn't Uncle Sam. I could tell you who it
Exactly.
was, but
Talk
it
to me.
would freak y'all. It was actually a lizard. I get on paranormal lives too,
Hmm.
and we talk about lizard people. We talk about all this shit. We talk about all this shit. But
You want to know
this was
something?
I I
And
s-
I don't
I
think
s-
you crazy for saying that. Listen, I was
I
working
I
at
I I
Dunkin'
don't give a
Donuts.
fuck who believes me. You don't have to believe me.
Look,
I just
I got you. Wait, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, and I had this guy come in, and him and his boy, like they was around like 17, whatever, and they were bugging, right? Like they looked like they just seen something, like something scary, right? I'm like, yo, y'all okay? All right. They start talking about some oh like dude, I just saw like a lizard person, right? So me like I'm looking at him sideways, right? Because I'm like, oh, like all right, like what do you mean?
where you at though? Like
I'm in
state?
Florida.
You sound like it. Okay. Hell yeah.
Right.
I was just finna say that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right. So like I thought he was crazy, but the thing is, right? Because you know what I'm saying, like we got like but I'm looking at him and he don't look like a tweaker. And he's forming like full sentences, like you could tell when someone's like frantic or tripping. But
Yeah.
he was talking like he actually done seen something. And I'm not gonna lie, like that scared me. You know what I'm saying? Like I went home that same day, I told my brother about it, and I was so scared to talk about it that I
They're
unplugged
real,
every tech
bro.
I unplugged every technology in the room because I didn't want to
That's
talk about it.
but it's not
It's like I felt I felt a deep presence in my stomach that I knew, even though I didn't confirm it, that I knew that there was something. I'm just gonna leave it there, and let's be careful what we say.
I'm not gonna talk about that, but I was just saying about that the puppet master shit. What I was
Yeah.
saying is the kind of this is jump back on topic what we were talking about. No matter if you're from Africa or no, if you're from America or Caribbeans, long as you are in a certain time period, as long as you can prove that you were there in that area for a certain time period, I feel like none of this argument even matters. The FBA, the African argument, none of this even matters. Only matters because of the Ghanaians are literally trying to make it seem like they the ones just went through the worst of shit. I'm saying everybody will rather if you're African indigenous, like I said, in America that went through the slave trade and you know your ancestry and you were in America, you still are in America. That does not have nothing to do with Ghana. You think all the slaves just came back? When was the end of the story like that?
I don't think it has anything to do with that either, right? Like like we previously stated, like it was a world issue. A lot of these ships they came from the Portuguese. There is only one specific people that
Yeah,
call
the whole
themselves
world was
Dutch.
in on it.
Yes, and there's only one specific people that call themselves like the Dukes, right? Duke of something, Duke of something.
Guys, we have somebody new on the panel here, and I appreciate you, guys, for that conversation. Bobby, please, can you introduce yourself, bro,
It
and
wasn't really a
add
conversation.
what
I
these
got
guys
muted.
are actually talking about here?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Bobby Brown, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Bobby Knuckles, born and raised in Florida. So shout out to my brother who's currently living in Florida, but I'm
Shout
currently
out.
living in Philadelphia.
What's your nationality?
Where's your nationality is gonna be Black American. Quick question. Where in Florida do you live, brother? So you're not in a real place of Florida. You're in some type of immigrant community.
No,
Um,
I'm in Florida, buddy.
Brother, Miami is a immigrant infestation, so that's not really Florida. Even though
Well, I mean, we're in modern day Rome. It's another melting pot.
yeah, I'll respect that one. I'll respect that one. But my bad. Someone was asking a question real quick, or can I eat? Sweet. Well, wait a second. You guys were talking about when it came to Nigeria. I think where did that guy go? Was it the Dion or did he leave? I think he left, right?
That only guy.
Okay. So guys, this is what I say when it comes to a lot of these people. A lot of these people are jumping up on these panels. This is their opportunity to try to practice for debating and try to um, get up in these small spaces and try to speak these FBA talking points and whatnot. The reality of the situation is, if we go back and we look at case law, right, and we look at what is the burden of proof that needs to be satisfied for the United States of government within our borders, not internationally, within the nation, not internationally, which means that's federal law. What is the prerequisite that's required in order to satisfy the burden of proof to prove that these individuals deserve any type of reparations for the transatlantic slave trade? The U.S. has laid that out clear as day, right? Which is DNA results. Their thing is ambiguity. They're saying that, hey, listen, even if you guys do deserve it, do you guys have any type of DNA link to those individuals that they acknowledge as black, right? And when we go underneath the United States and we look at the census or we look at any type of interpretation of what black is going to be in reference to African descent, which means that any
Facts.
type exactly, my brother, right? Any type of reparations claim, there has to be some type of DNA evidence that shows that you came from some coast that was equivalent or synonymous to where that trading happened. Here's the thing with FBAs. FBAs have thrown away and has discredited DNA tests. They specify that DNA test is for entertainment purposes because they don't understand the political ramifications of that statement. Okay, it's for entertainment purposes. Why would a corporation in America, why would a corporation state that it's for entertainment purposes, right? To avoid accountability. This is what white tea people do all the time, especially when the USA got up there and said, "Oh, we don't think it's an international crime because, well, it wasn't illegal at the time period." A lot of people went crazy and was like, "America doesn't acknowledge it. America doesn't acknowledge it." No, America got up there and did what Americans do: deny, 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 deny. That's what Americans do. If you guys are in different countries and the first thing you do when you get on the stand is confess, I don't know. We don't live like that over here. We deny, we deny, we deny. And that's what
Facts.
America did, because why would they want to be held accountable? Why would they want to, you see what I'm saying? Why would they want to do that? It doesn't make sense whatsoever. Even on a political, I'm not even talking about a logical scale. I'm talking about political scale. right? And a lot of people forget. A lot of people just don't understand that. So when America got up there, what they're trying to do is mitigate the damage. They're also speaking sweet. Well, we don't think this is going to be fair for the Black Americans because that's exactly what Black Americans needed to hear to be docile. Even though throughout case law, ample case law has specified what is the burden of proof. And then when we talk about reparations, one thing you'll realize when it comes to FBAs is they'll try to monopolize that, right? What they'll say is, oh, reparations, that's something that only Black Americans. Reparations has occurred all throughout humanity, especially post WW2. All throughout humanity, especially post WW1. And if you go through Black American history, you'll realize when it comes to Black Wall Street, every survivor of Black Wall Street, which is when a lot of FBAs, which once again they're pretending they're not even supposed to be going into our Black American cultures. A lot of FBAs would name as, well, what about Black Wall Street? They were all given reparations. What about Rosewood? They were all given reparations by the United States government. What about Tuskegee? They were all given reparations. Reparations is not nothing new to the United States government. But what hasn't happened is there hasn't been any type of case that has been able to satisfy the burden of proof in reference to those who classify themselves as FBAs and or Black Americans for DNA ancestry to connect them back to the Western Hemisphere of Africa. Without that, America will not recognize it, and they don't even know that. They don't even know that. So when they're
Won't
saying,
even acknowledge it.
they won't even acknowledge it. When the Ghanaian president went up there and said, hey, we're going to declare this as a war crime, the first thing they did was go to where the Ghanaian president went and to pay respect, whether he's confused or not. Whether he's confused or not, right? He tried to do he doesn't know Black American culture, right? He came up there, he tried to do something symbolic, and the first thing that FBA did was jump on live with about two individuals and desecrate that. When this guy just got on an international stage, this president has flown all the way to New York to be able to place reparation on an international stage and to label it a crime against humanity. The first thing FBA, not Black Americans, FBA is a hate group. FBA is a hate group that only makes up for 0.03% of Black Americans. They only exist in spaces like Clubhouse. They only exist in these subsectors within TikTok. Why? Because they can't exist amongst the intelligistas when it comes to African American liberation. They can't. Emotionally, they're not regulated. Intellectually, they can't adapt to it. So the first thing they can do is go onto a free application. It's free to get on TikTok. And after 50 followers, you have a voice to the world. It's the most dangerous thing they've ever done.
Lie yet. Bro, Bobby, you killed it, like, to a T. To a T, bro, and that's exactly what it is. I was in here with a current active duty USA Army guy. Now, we joined one of those groups, right, and they start talking about this FBA. That's like the first time I ever heard about something like that, right? Right, I'm hearing these points, right, and me and bro came to the conclusion, like, all right, like, there's some holes in this content here. Personally, I think it was a psyops. I mean, I really think it's a psyops.
Jamaican party.
It's to give them, it's to watch responses, and exactly what you were. It's giving them a space to practice debating, and you know what I'm saying, they're standing on false premises, and that's where their whole entire argument falls through. And I just want to say, Bobby, well stated. Fucking, I love your mind. It's like fucking great, bro. And more people need to start thinking.
Be quiet.
And yeah.
I told you to be quiet.
Yeah.
Dot, what's up, brother or sister? Go ahead, speak your mind.
Jamaican party board. I think we need more land.
Okay, so y'all need more land?
More beautiful land. In your dreams.
Okay. Well said. Well said. Well said.
Awful.
I think that really solidifies the claims that were made on the panel.
100%. I was on a panel previously, and I asked those individuals from FBA. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're still with us.
And I asked them. I said, name one goal, name two goals, or name an end game. I just want to know, after all this transpires, what is the first step?
Where's the goalpost?
And, and you know what? That person gave me an answer that blew my mind. He threw it somewhere up in the universe. He said, "Well, if the Orion's belt connects with the solar eclipse from," he said something so crazy. To this day,
Are
I'm
you
still
serious?
Why? Because the brain, when introduced with a complex situation, which we don't consider that complex. But when it comes to FBA, once I put it in his system, he started to malfunction mentally. that think about it. Computers operate like humans. If I put a virus in a computer, it's going to operate differently. A CPU and the processor of the mind are synonymous. That's why AI was so easy to bring into existence within 2026.
Exactly.
Because they believe they have the concept of what is the core of the human mind.
Exactly.
With these people, what I realize is that they're individuals who have some type of disdain, some type of animosity, and or they are so bored with the current movement. And this is the dangerous part. The latter, the third one I just named. That's the dangerous part. I can understand someone who kind of just is like, okay, well, I want to reallocate my passion somewhere. When you meet someone who's bored, who's just doing something just to do something, they're the most dangerous because there's no rhyme or reason to their thought process. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rhyme
no
or
logic.
Exactly. In the United States, we would call that more of a mob mentality. That's when you get so caught up in what's around you to the point where you lose facilities of what you personally would do on an individual level. And I see that very common when it comes to FBs. You get them on a panel and whatnot. Yes, they're vocal. They're so loud, man. They're the loudest people in the room, bro. If this was a competition to see who's the loudest, I submit.
They could argue all day. And what they do, and one of the things I noticed, especially with that one FBA shit, right? When things start to collapse, they bounce. They start to bounce emotions off of each other. They start to bounce emotions up, bounce thoughts off of each other to gain validity that way. And then when you tell them that, okay, that still doesn't fix the premise in their argument, they flip out. they will flip out, right? Because there's no more context to go for them. They think the genealogy and this stuff is enough when it clearly isn't.
Yeah, and that's what they believe, and they don't understand that. And this is why I say they don't understand geopolitics. Because if you believe you can isolate your stuff from the from the African continent or any place within the diaspora, you're gonna find out that you don't understand how global politics work. You need leverage. You need leverage. There's never a time period where Black Americans could break apart from international influence and become dominant due to the fact because here's the thing. What Black Americans want to do is break away from white supremacy. If you want to break away from white supremacy, you're going to need international support. People don't understand that 80% of consumerism within the United States, because we are a consumer, we no longer do the warehouses, which means that we import a lot of stuff. After WW2, I don't know if it was WW2 or WW1, when we transitioned into Wall Street, we decided to say to ourselves, listen, we're going to allow a lot of international money to flow in for the innovation of American companies. which means that once we opened Wall Street, even if I was in Africa, I was able to invest in American companies that I believe was great companies. And the great thing about that is if those companies failed, they had a US government that would bail them out, which means my money was safe. So what that did was incentivize international money to flow into America. And that's how all that stuff became that's how all the billionaires and everything was established within America. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize that now that if you're in an industrialized economy, you need to open yourself up to international influence and you need to be available for global policy. If Black Americans broke apart themselves, since they don't create anything anymore, since most of these jobs are white-collar jobs, which means they're secretary jobs, which means they're assistant jobs, which means that they're frontline jobs, which means that this front line doesn't exist if that company doesn't exist, they cannot go independent in order to establish their own nation without copying European hegemonic policies, which is what we as Black Americans want to break away for. But if you open yourself up to the international influence when it comes to Ghana, when it comes to Burkina Faso, when it comes to African countries to interact with you, you now have independent African nations that's saying to themselves, hey, listen, we're going to give it to our Black American brothers at a price that we wouldn't give it to European colonization. They don't understand how to make those connections. They don't know how to they don't understand how important those connections are and how important it is to have 2, 3, 10 African countries to back you when you're in a country full of white supremacists. They rather run to the white man and say, okay, my benefits are okay. I need my benefits. I need to survive in this first world country. 80% of consumerism, which is only spending. Black America, $1 trillion spending. Then people are like, oh, we could start our own nation. You're spending money. That's
no
that's
assets
not profit.
retained. Yes, no assets retained. It's just spent.
Thank you. Preach.
Bobby, you talking to him.
You feel what I'm saying? It's spending. You are going in debt. That's all they're telling you is that, hey, we've offered so much in America to the point where Black people are willing to go into debt to spend money. And it seems like they spend $1 trillion. Now it's 2.1 trillion. Now it's 2.1 trillion spending, not creation. We're not manufacturing things. We're spending money. That's all that means, that we could go into any economy and contribute the wealth of a small nation or a medium-sized nation when it comes to spending, not creating. And there's going to be a time period where America is going to say, you know what? Let's go back and look at the minorities. And let's see if there's something different we could do. And why do I say that? Because history says that. What do you think happened to the small hat people? Every type of economy, every type of civilization they went into, they destabilized the economy due to group economics that was unfamiliar to the natives of that land. Go follow the small hat people and see how many times they've been persecuted all around Europe before Britain finally granted them the permission. Was it Britain? Yeah,
it was us in Britain.
That granted them that little sliver of land on top of granting that and promising that to 2 other people, which has led to wars in the Middle East based off of Britain guaranteeing that piece of land to 3 people total. It has led to WARs in the Middle East till this day, bro. You see what I'm saying? So when you go through history and you see that there's always going to be some type of internal divide, it's the worst when it comes to BLK Americans, because due to the fact that they don't have identity, and due to the fact that the small hat media propaganda machine pushes our identity or what they perceive as our identity in front of us, we always come up with these weirdos: Black Israelites, the Black Moors, sovereign citizens. Oh God, man, we're the originals. We're the Aboriginal. Oh man, we're from Siberia. It's propaganda. I empathize for my people more than I hate them.
That's all it is, propaganda.
100%. It's the same propaganda that they pushed when it came to Africa. It's the same propaganda where we believe Africa wasn't rich. It's the same propaganda where we believe that, everyone's poor in Africa, everyone's living in a village. It's that same propaganda. So if people believe that Ghana, if people believe that West Africa doesn't have a fight in this, when Spain went off of their shores, traveled across the sea to go to Ghana to take their people and to send them across the diaspora in order for free labor, if they don't think Ghana, the first nation, the first country to be independent within that time period on the hills of WW2, if they don't understand that why Ghana is Ghana's president went there first, then they don't understand what it is to be Black.
Well said. Well said. And they don't know because they never came over here. And it's just a whole bunch of shit that they're spewing, unfortunately. And it's unfortunate that people believe it. I feel like, that's worse, And it's crazy because you're exactly right. The little hat people, they push identity onto this one group, and that's where we get BET. So yeah, great fucking points, bro.
BET won so mind you, we had amazing music. Brother, when I think about it, I get sad. I get more sad than I do angry, because we had such a beautiful renaissance of music. We had such a beautiful renaissance of art throughout a certain time period.
Louis Armstrong, all of them.
Exactly. Throughout the hip hop, going up to hip hop. It was when music started to change into rap. And a lot of my Black Americans are going to disagree with me, but I don't care. I don't care, because there was a certain time period when it comes to Black Americans, the only way we were able to absorb information and present our feelings was through music. There was a certain time, or through music or art. There was a certain time period where the small hat community, they were able to monopolize a lot of those companies. And what they decided to do was take the most Could you imagine if a small hat person went to a tribe or a country in Africa and said, "Yo, let me find the most ghettoest one in the corner." Not even the main population of you guys, where Africans are just destroying things, just killing it, just doing their thing. They go and they find someone in just the corner who's just dancing. You don't know why. You as a village, you as a tribe, you never knew why.
I don't even know. Yeah.
And they use their money and put this guy in front of a camera. And they took that image and they put it all across the globe, to the point where YT people within your own nation who they've never experienced, they've never seen BLK people at that time period, they normalize that. They go, "Oh wow, all BLK people must do this little. What is this guy doing? This must be Black people in the right." And they build their whole perspective. They build their stereotypes, etc., off of that. And from there, us as Black Americans were kind of looking in with no money. We don't have no way to combat this negative propaganda, just like how Africa didn't have a need, a necessity, or an urgency to combat the negative propaganda that the U.S. was pushing on us as African Americans. A lot of people can't see it from both sides. Both of us got negative propaganda, negative media propaganda, but the small hats, they prided themselves because that was the first time they were able to do national media. When they got on a global scale, when they finally were able to say, "Hey, look what all the damage we did internally. Let's take this globally." Yeah, let's show the world this. At that time period, it created seeds of division that we are I'm not gonna say that we're never gonna recover
But they
from.
control the narrative.
Beautiful. They controlled the whole narrative to the point where when Africans came over here, we had a perspective on them, and when BLK people went over there, they had a different perspective of them as well. So we're constantly fighting. But now what we're seeing a level of independence. When you go to what's his name, Ibrahim Traore, there's certain individuals, when you see the positive propaganda on him that's being pushed through TikTok and YouTube, this is the power. If Africa had that media machine that the Jewish had, that the small hat had before that time period, they had 50 plus years on us to use to weaponize propaganda and media. They had 50. Think of that. You can't get no information to the outside world.
That's
They
a
can
long
get all
time.
within seconds. They can dictate their image on you on a global scale. It's the sickest
Everywhere.
thing.
That's nuts. That's power.
That
That's
is
powerful.
power. That is power. And in the words of one of my favorite anime, man. I'm sorry if you guys don't watch that. Naruto. They said Madara Uchiha. The name itself means power. I feel it's the same thing when it comes to media propaganda.
I could understand that take too. Most definitely. And we got One Piece telling us, Luffy topple kingdoms, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so much things like you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, TV shows and things like that, they were initially called programs. Right. A lot of people today, they've been programmed. Imagine, like we just said, they control that narrative for 50 years and longer. Right. That's 50 years to get programmed by the programs. Right. So now it comes to the question where it's like, okay, what are they trying to do? And look, they're on TikTok. They're going for the youth, because if they could get the youth and they could get the narrative there delivered to the youth, they got the next generation.
Yeah. Schmittler, within those little 6 years, I was just on a panel where someone was trying to compare those atrocities, which once again, I'm not here to compare those atrocities. I only speak when it comes to my people, and I know our people's atrocities are the worst. I'm not going to sit here and speak on their atrocities, but if you want me to, I would break that down, not on this specific panel. But one of the main things when it came to Schmittler, what he realized was, man, I can't convince the older people. It was best to indoctrinate the youth. And that's what they do. And they understand that to a T. From Zeus Network, there's so many networks around here that push BLK hate, BLK body shaming, etc., etc. And then when you look at the helm, especially BET, especially when it comes to Zeus Network, especially when it comes to a lot of these rap and hardcore trap music, hardcore gangster music, all this depression music, they're putting that on the front line, knowing that BLK people, you listen to it, they're not doing that to uprise BLK people. What? Who?
Keep them docile.
Is to keep them docile. Is to keep them in a realm. Is to keep them in a realm of being submissive. Is to keep them in a realm of being depressed. Is to keep them in a realm of being dependent on certain substances, third-party substances that I won't mention up here. Is to keep them in that realm so that it's easier to control, and they have done that throughout the annals of history, from the 60s when it came to our leaders to the 70s when they introduced smack into the neighborhoods, to the 80s when it came to Reaganomics and the WAR on smugs, to the 1994 crime bill that Joe Biden introduced that led to 33% of black people in America. 33% of black people in America have a felony based off due to not specifically due to illegal policy, but it helped mold and spearhead those numbers into the 2000s, when by time you got out of jail for all that stuff, what they placed in your hand when you got out of jail, when you got out of prison, after all that stuff, what they placed in your hand was a phone that was smarter than you are. They placed in your hand a phone that was smarter than you are and told you to pull yourself up by the bootstraps after all that. No, brother. No, not a single Caucasian, not a single FBA can stand in the proximity of me and spit nonsense when it comes to that. If they do, they don't understand history, bro. That's all that is. And I empathize for them more than I hate them.
That's facts. That's facts because they are so lost. I mean, they're so lost. I mean, and especially when we bring up that smack epidemic and stuff. What was one of the first key trades in history? The opium trade, with China. Um, Notice how opioids, they never run away. I think we're actually in an opioid crisis. So that just goes to tell us that the pharmaceutical companies have just been profiting and just transformed over the past 100 years. And notice that's a billion or trillion-dollar industry that never changed.
Anything that can create that type of industry. One thing about America, they're gonna prioritize that, man. Any type of industry, I see them do it at every aspect of life. I'm in Philadelphia right now, and I didn't realize this type of industry existed until I left Florida, which is they have this, I would say it's a motor vehicle industry up here, where, and it happens in most cities, where they have a program of individuals that just continuously ticket you and find reasons why your vehicle is out of what is this that I got on my
Mandate.
yeah, I
Or
got
like, yeah.
emissions test and a like what the heck, bro? I got up north. I was like, bro, you guys just want to make money annually for no reason. I have to go and bring my car in every year for them just to confirm something I already know. Your car's good, bro. Here comes the stickers. That's $60 up to $120 that goes to the state pockets for me to just confirm or affirm with them. Is there a positive to it? This is what YT supremacy points or talking points kick in. Okay, yeah, we can always find a positive in something because positive and negative that operates on the same spectrum, just different coins. It's called duality. So yes, if there's going to be a positive, there has to be a negative. If there's going to be light, there has to be darkness. It's
It
called
comes with it.
duality. Exactly. So yes, we can sit here all day and point out positive. Oh, well, what we're going to be able to do with that money is we're going to reallocate that money and fix potholes on the road. Well, first of all, I need that money to take care of my daughter. I need that money to do. So I'm not worried about no potholes in the long run. I need that money now, especially within the economy that we're currently living in. And people, especially YT people, they're, well, it's for the greater good. Well, when we don't have our reparations to make things on the same playing field, it hurts us more. It hurts us more. That's why I said to the when it came to the Ghana president, listen, I love that. I love that it was Ghana. I love it was the first country that actually got independence. That was big to me. You know, depending on how you feel about Kwame Nkrumah, that that's gonna kind of a lot of these people, they kind of just do Google surface researches. Like, yeah, okay, on the end of what happened when it came to his reign, that sucks. But the liberation factor is what we want to look at. A lot of people can't cut out the fat, right? If I get steak and it's too fatty, this is what I do. I don't know if this
I
is
cut
just
out the
me.
fat.
I cut out the fat, man. That's what I do. I don't eat the whole steak. I don't eat the whole steak. These guys are steak gobblers. These guys are steak gobblers, eating all the fat and doing whatever. No, bro, you cut off the fat and you say, okay, this person stopped being good here. This person, their reign stopped here, but we could still learn from this. You don't cut off the whole. You don't separate the whole torso of it and just say that, oh, it's inedible, because no, that's not how that works, man. But over here, logically, FBA, That's how it works.
They love to negate. They love to negate.
Kansas, what's up? Oh, he ran. Guys, listen, don't run. Please do not run, man. What I want up here is an FBA so I can shut them down, bro, because you guys know. You guys know when it comes to someone from the Intelligista, when it comes to black Americans. You know we don't tolerate this, what's going on here. What we're seeing right now is a bunch of black American gremlins.
It's a psyops. That's literally what it is. It's a psyops. Literally, I joined that chat room and nothing screamed psyops so loud. And it was the first time I saw that what abbreviation. It was the first time I heard about that, and the lady was making some points, and I looked deeper into it. And I was like, yeah, this shouts propaganda. It shouts it from the ceiling tops. And yeah, I mean, vibes. You got any take on that?
Hey, I actually had just one quick question and then I'll leave.
No, you're good, bro. What's up?
So I'm trying to start my own TikTok live where I can have a panel of people debating a topic. How do I do that, and how do I put like a picture with like the questions I want to ask them?
I got you. So I think he's on a green screen. I could let him answer, but I think it'd be a green screen filter with a screenshot.
Okay. Thank you.
I got you. Vibes, you want to go deeper into it? Like, try to help. I don't think he's near his phone. But yeah, it's probably some live settings. I mean, it allow like auto invite. That's how like you get randoms to join. But it's definitely the green screen one with the screenshot. It's like a filter, and then that's and that's how you can get the little pictures, and then you could change them literally while you're talking. So you could have like screenshot everything you want, and then you could change them if you want to bring up points.
Okay, bet. Thank you, bro.
No problem, bro. Stay blessed.
You too, man.
JD Wine, you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah. Well, you guys have anything to add with Bobby said?
Man, I salute Bobby, man. I salute Bobby.
He hit it on the nose.
For real, man. For real.
Nah, I gotta shoot Bobby a follow for that. But yo, like for real, like, yo, shit, I'm glad I stopped by to talk to y'all, man. It was a really informative conversation. I'd like to see that there's people thinking on a multi-level dynamic with their comprehension skills. I appreciate all you guys' reasoning skills and ability to conversate.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
God bless. And yo, Bobby, stay blessed, bro. Yo, safety JD, save vibes and wine. I'm gonna catch y'all.
Bro. Take care, man. Yo, vibes. What happened to vibes? He fell asleep or what?
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, some FBA people, they just, don't think right. They don't have a nation at all. I keep telling people about FBA not having a country. Uh, their flag is useless and can't be used anywhere apart from, you know, putting it in their houses and marching with it. It's not FBA is not even a lineage. It's like a fabricated organization by Tariq Nasheed. And Tariq Nasheed, he's calling himself a leader when he doesn't even have the brain capacity to be able to lead even his own family. And now Juneteenth, it's next year. It's gonna be in Ghana. It's gonna be in Ghana. That's why we're gonna be celebrating that Juneteenth. It's gonna be one of the greatest year for us to go and celebrate Juneteenth in Ghana. We won't be celebrating it in America anymore. We gotta have to take it back to the motherland. You can request up if you think that Juneteenth won't be in the motherland next year. In fact, not next year, this year in June. Everybody's going to Ghana for Juneteenth. Shout out to Ghana for what the Ghanaian president did. I just want to appreciate the Ghanaian president and the Ghanaian people for really standing up, for the Black Americans in America to make sure that their reparation, at least they are close to be getting the reparations, despite the fact that they've been trying to get it for like 400 years and it never happened. And I get it. The reason why it never happened is because they don't have a country that can actually stand up for them to be able to make sure that they get the reparations. The sad part about it is that it's always the YT people into the United Nations representing them, and it's always the United Nations representing them. Now that Juneteenth we're gonna be in Ghana, it's not gonna.
Hello?
What's up? Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
what's
little
up,
bro?
brother?
How you doing, man? You good?
I'm cool. So what about you?
Good. I'm good, man. So what do you think of what the Ghanaian president did in New York City a few days ago?
Man, I can say like Ghanaian citizens. He did
Yeah,
it
for
supposed what?
fighting for the reparations for
Yeah,
the
it's
black people so that they
supposed.
can
Yeah,
get
that's what it's supposed to be indeed, man. You have to fight for your people. You have to fight for your liberation. You have to fight for your country. So
Do you
I wouldn't say like.
let me ask you this. Do you think FBA is a lineage?
Hmm?
Do you think FBA is a lineage?
ABA,
FBA, yes.
FVA, like what do you mean like by FVA?
Well, I think you don't know it because it's not a lineage. Not
Yeah,
the many, not that many
it's not
people that knows what it
international
is
either.
anyways. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So
It's a local fabricated group of,
I
people.
want to ask you a question
Um,
though.
yeah, go ahead.
Are you from American? Like, do you
Yes,
stay here? Do you stay here or something like that?
I'm in Uganda, but I go back and forth and right, by
Alright,
businesses.
alright. I want to ask you about something. That's why I asked you first of all. You know, I
Yeah, go
want to
ahead, buddy.
ask
I'm
you
here.
about the African Cup of Nation. You know, the one which
Right.
Senegal win it, right, from Morocco. What do you think about it?
I just think that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the Morocco government kind of behaved like FBAs. They couldn't, you know, accept the defeat
Mm-hmm.
of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
them
Yeah,
not losing,
exactly, brother.
and they can't, you know, accept it. It's just the same way that, you know, FBAs, they're actually not accepting that they descend from Africa, and most of them are, you know, telling us that they're not African.
Why they do this? Why they do this?
Yeah, because they have an identity crisis. That's number one.
That is
And,
the
you know,
problem, man, bro.
yes. And some of them, you know, they're calling themselves as Indians, you know, and all that
Arabi
stuff. And
people and stuff. Bro, let me tell you one thing.
right,
White privilege
you know,
is not no more, man.
yeah, it's
You know?
see their lineage. Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing.
But
Let
the thing
me
is
tell
that
you one thing.
nobody
There
knows
is
about
no
their
more.
lineage.
There is no more something called.
So nobody knows about their lineage of what FBA is. That's why when you came up here, I asked you what is FBA. You didn't know what it was, right? Admit yourself, buddy. Yeah, go ahead. Admit yourself. Admit yourself.
Okay.
You good? Yeah. So
Listen,
yeah.
look.
And then
Like
little
as
bro,
African boy,
what part of Africa are you
me,
from?
as I'm African boy, I will die
What
African, and I will live as African
are you
forever.
from Are you from South Africa?
No, man. I'm from South East Africa, man. You know,
What part of East Africa?
I'm from, man, bro, from East Africa. I don't wanna go deep. You know.
No. Just tell me. You know, just tell me
Why?
the name of
So
which.
where are you from, though? What about you?
I'm from Uganda.
Uganda. I'm from
Yes.
South Sudan, though.
South Sudan. Okay. You are what tribe?
We are
Dinka
neighbor.
people.
We are neighbor, brother.
Definitely, we are neighbor. Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir's
Jaba
people.
Salam, Maruf, Jaba Salam.
Okay.
Tanin Bikal.
Welcome on the panel, bro. Can you answer the prompt? Can you read what's on the prompt and answer that?
What?
For me, please?
Just talk.
No, I'm saying, can you read what's on the prompt?
What in the like? I don't understand.
So, will Africans get reparations before FBAs?
I want to ask you a question, man, brother. I want to ask you a question. Just one question.
Yeah, you can ask as many as you.
Okay, you can ask me, and I will ask you, because that's how people talk, or what? That's how people debate, right?
Yes. You sound like a very smart guy, anyways.
For real,
so
man.
now
I debate with you. You talk to me. I talk to you, man, bro. That's how it is.
So I want you to answer this for me, okay?
Okay.
So will Africans get reparations before FBAs and pretendians?
Before FBA and
pretendians.
Kenya.
Where
are they?
Yeah, you can say no.
Ethiopia. Addis Ababa.
No. So let me answer that for you. You can say no because FBS they're not considered as, you know, Africans. So of
is
course
it like
Africans they'll be able to
basketball or what?
Yeah, let me finish answering that question. So the reason why I'm asking this is because it's what's on the prompt. So FBAs won't be able to get their reparations they might even get they won't even get it because they're not Africans. The reparations, it's only going to the African enslaved people in the Americas. So the fact that they're not Africans, so they're not gonna be able to get it. Unfortunately.
Okay, can I ask my question
So
though?
yes, go ahead.
What is the first nation, like the
Uh-huh.
first nation in Africa, the first nation to win African basketball
Yeah, but bro,
winner?
but the thing is that,
The
we
first
Africans
one.
have, bro, listen, we Africans, we have a nation, right?
Yeah.
We have nations, right?
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
FPA,
Yeah, that's.
but the FPAs, they don't have a nation. They don't have a
Yeah,
country.
nation, man, bro. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? It's a nation,
No,
man, bro.
no,
With
bro,
us,
they don't
man.
have.
We got.
I'm saying FPA, they don't have a nation. They don't have a
Bro,
country.
man, we got a nation, man. What are you saying? Like,
No,
you
no,
don't
but
know,
but
or
but but
what do you want to say? You don't know.
but remember, I told you that FPA, it's a fabricated lineage. When you got here, you remember that, right?
It's not ABA what you are talking. NBA, like the basketball, That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
I know you don't. I know you don't know this because FPA is not
Yeah.
a. It's
I'm
not a
not talking
lineage.
about
It's
FVA or stuff. I'm talking about the
right.
basketball, basketball,
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
the basketball, they
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That FPA is not a lineage. I want you to understand that, okay? And that's what's on the panel here. That's what we are talking about. Prompt. I'm not a fan of basketball, so I'm respectfully reading what's on the prompt. So can you answer some of these topics on the prompt before we get to the FPA? You are changing this to something else, and I'm not interested into. I'm not a basketball fan. Go ahead, bro. Unmute yourself, bro.
what do you want to say?
I'm saying read what's on the prompt here. On the panel, see I want you to read that.
In the panel, okay, just wait.
Okay.
Bro, man, what's up, man? What's up? What are you talking about? Is this one? Why
Yeah,
can
what's on the
you?
part? Go
Why
ahead.
can you do this, bro? That's not a thing,
Okay.
man. That's not a thing.
Let
That's
me
not
let
a.
me let me let me ask you
That's
this.
not a thing. That's not the thing, man, brother, man. I listen. I read it all, but it's not the thing. I didn't get no point. No point in all listening. I got
So so
nothing.
so do you think that, what do you think of, can you tell me, this is for education purposes, right?
Okay.
So you as an African
Mhm.
person, right, born and
Mhm.
raised in Africa.
Mhm.
So can you describe what Africa really is, and how rich we are in resources, and nature, and everything. I want you, can you tell the FBAs, teach them about Africa? Okay, I'm going to mute yourself, and this is your time. Just teach you know the people in the chat about what Africa really is, as an African kid from born and raised in Africa. Go ahead.
Okay. I can say, man, thank you for your time, and I will explain about Africa, and I will explain by myself. First of all, I'm an African. My name is Akria, man. I am from East Africa. I know Africa, and I know Africa very well. The East is the life. I know everything about Africa. Like I study my education over there from level grade until upper grade, you know. So like I start my my education
So
over
so
there.
let me ask you this. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think that, FBAs are educated?
Hmm?
Do you think that FBAs are educated?
SBS. I don't know. What do you mean by SBS?
So you don't know, the answer would be no, because the reason why you don't know
I
that they're
don't
not
know because
educated,
me, I'm
because
not
you are
there no
right.
more, man, brother.
You are right. They're not educated.
I don't know,
They
man, because I'm not there, man, no more. But I
yeah,
was there before.
yeah. I muted myself so I can let you speak. Can you also let me? Yeah. So and the reason why you don't know that FBI educated is because yes, most of them they're not educated. A lot of them are high school dropouts. They're they just like to run around and have kids left and right, and very dumb when it comes down on decision makings. We got somebody on the panel here, Damien. He's going to introduce himself, and then you're gonna debunk whatever he's gonna tell you. He's gonna say here. All right, Damien, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Damien, and I'm a gay guy. So like, if the Fortnite world, hey, what I do? All right, so like, if the Fortnite world explodes,
You have a good night, Damien. Yeah. So, little bro. So yeah, what I'm saying is that FBAs, they're not educated. A lot of them, you know, they flee, they run away from school and stuff like that. They don't like going to school, and they don't like to learn. So most of them end up dropping out, and most of them have the baby mama culture, and have a lot of kids left and right, and a lot of time they tell us that that's their culture, and that's who they are. They can't help themselves. So now we as Africans, when we come in and tell them that that's not the right way to you know be able to really you know do anything about them being the way they are, and not respecting the fact that Ghana has really helped them to get close to the reparations. And the word and what they did is they started insulting the Ghanaian president, and thanks God that it was only what 10 people, and their leader didn't even show up. He's a coward. He kept on hiding and pushing them forward, and so that they can embarrass themselves while he's hiding. So now the question is, if the reparation comes out, right, who's going to petition for them so that they can be able to actually get it? Because once it's approved, then there's a country has to petition for them. Now that they have done this to the Ghanaian president, do you think that the Ghanaian president is going to accept to petition for them to be able to get the reparations? Go ahead, answer that, bro.
Sorry, I've left you hanging, Mister. I keep calling you Mr. Wine, but you're Mr. Wire. but you got a wine bottle on your profile. Is that a wine bottle?
Yeah, bro, that's a wine. Yep, that's a wine bottle. Well, you can call me wine. You can call me wire. They're both.
Or your
Both my names,
Majesty, or
bro.
what was the other
What
one?
are you
What was the
saying,
other
man?
one?
Like this guy, he mute me or what? I don't know. Huh?
Chillax, little bro.
Yeah.
Little bro, relax, little bro.
eh,
You can unmute
Oh
yourself,
yeah.
man. He was waiting for you to respond, I think, right, Mr. Wine?
Yeah. I was waiting for him to respond. Um, yeah. Go ahead, bro. Respond to that. Do you think that the Ghanaian president is going to
You mute me
petition?
again, You mute me again. Hmm? Until when you gonna mute me,
Okay.
man, brother?
I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead and
You keep
respond to that.
muting me, man, bro.
Go ahead, little bro.
Okay, Ghanaian. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell. No. Me, I don't have any beef with Ghana. I don't have any beef with any African nation, man. I love Africa, man, bro. Even I have a problem with people who have a problem with Africans. Like, for example, let me
So do
say
you
this.
wanna know? Wait.
Just
So
listen to me, bro. Let
bro, little
me
bro, wait.
talk, dude.
No, you said something about somebody having a problem with Africa. So do you wanna know who has a problem with Africa? Do you wanna know? If you wanna know, I can tell you who those people are. Admit yourself. Admit yourself. Little
You mute
little
me
bro, admit yourself.
again, man. You mute me again.
Okay. I mute
Admit
myself,
yourself, bro.
man. I can mute myself, man.
Yeah.
If you want to say something, I will mute
So the
myself.
people. No, wait, little bro. So what I'm saying is the people that has a problem with Africa, they are called FBA. What do you tell them? Admit yourself. People that have a problem with Africa, they are called FBA. So
FBA.
what do you tell? Yes, that's their name. They
Yeah,
don't like
FBA.
Africa and they hate Africa. So yeah, what do you tell them? Because they don't like Africa, and you say that you love
Yeah.
Africa so much. Yeah.
I can
Go
say
ahead.
like, I don't care about you, man. If you don't care about Africa, I don't care about you.
What is little bro, Mr. Wire? He's African?
All I care about
Yeah,
is Africa, man.
he's Sudanese. He's Sudanese.
All I care about is Africa, man. I don't care
Yeah.
about
So
Who the fuck
I just
invited me to goddamn platform?
this thing. It's nothing. At the end, it's nothing. Believe
I
me.
don't know. Little bro, what are you trying to say, little bro?
What I wanna say, the point is there. If you wanna understand, you're gonna understand it. The point is there. The guy asked me
Man, shut the
if
fuck up, man. Who the fuck put me in
I
mute?
want whatever that guy's
Hey, who the
drinking.
fuck?
Shut up, Cashy.
the guy asked me like if FBA asked me and stuff and everything. The thing is like, me, I'm African.
little bro. No, but I told you that the FPS they hate Africa. So what do you? I'm saying that the FPS, right? They say that they don't like Africa. So what do you tell them? Do you think
FBA,
I mean,
they like Africa.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah, they
I don't
hate.
think
They
he
don't like
knows.
Africa. They hate Africa. I am
Oh, he
trying to
does
get
know.
them in
I
South.
would say
He does
like,
know
man,
what an FBA is, though.
they are not the real FBA. They are not the real FBA.
I
That's what
think
I
he's a
can say.
little inebriated, the Wire.
But
Or
the thing
Mr.
is
Wire.
like, man, bro, me.
Yeah, I think they're cowards. FBAs. That's who they are because they say that they don't like Africa. So I would say on your behalf, I would call them cowards.
Oh, you're kind of like coaching him? Like what? Because I don't think he knows what an FBA is. But yeah, little bro.
Yeah. Actually, go ahead, admit yourself, Lord, bro.
He's probably so bad that you keep muting.
Little bro, are you there? Admit yourself, bro. try to prepare him for these FPS if they request.
Yeah, they'd be muting all the time. You're trying to prepare. That's hilarious.
Little bro, admit yourself, bro. Yo, little bro, are you there? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
You
bro. I'll
you
let
you
you speak.
keep
I'm gonna mute myself.
mute me or some, I don't know who mute me. I want to tell you one thing. Like, we as Africans, huh? We as Africans, bro, nothing behind the sun, man, bro. You know, everything is beyond the sun, and beyond the sun for everybody. If you're African, you would know that. But if you're not African, you won't know that. And if you are mostly African, because there are some they are not African, and there is some fake African and stuff. I will tell you the truth, man. You know, I will lie to you. Me, I'm African, and I will die African.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
me, I
Little bro.
believe myself. I believe in my
Yes.
life, and I believe in everything. You know, because I come from Africa, and I will die as African. I won't be American. There is nothing called African American. Nothing like that. You will be African forever. Like, you are African. There is nothing called African American. Uh, European American. Whatever they call, I don't care. But me, I'm not like that. I'm not like that for real. Me, I'm me. Me, I'm myself. I believe on myself. I know myself, what I'm doing, and I know where I came from, and I
Yeah,
know.
but little bro.
Mm-hmm.
Some FPS they tell us that you're not African. That's why they tell us.
I don't care about them, man. All I care about, what I care about, man. I don't care about those people. Even I don't care about paper and stuff. I don't care about nothing, man. I care
little bro,
about. Do you know something called
wait,
lineage?
little bro.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second, little bro. So let's say if you meet an FBA on this panel right today,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then they tell you that you're not African, what would you tell them? What would
I
you
will
tell
tell
them?
them, prove to me if I'm not African. That's what I will tell them. To prove to me, I'm not African.
Right. But they don't have proof.
So nothing. I have to talk to them. Nothing. I have to say to them. I will leave.
Right. So now you think FPS are useless people because they don't have proof to show that we are not Africans.
No. I cannot say. FBI they are useless. FBI they are useful. They are useful. They are useful people.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that? Do you support FPS?
Man, I don't support nobody. I support myself. You know, I support myself.
Yeah,
I don't care
but you
about
say
FBI.
no, but
I don't
little
care
bro,
about
little
FBI.
bro.
Whatever.
But you said that they're not useless. I told you they are useless. You say that they're not. So I'm asking you, do you support them?
No, I don't support them.
Yeah, so they are
How can I
useless.
support them? How can I support them? How?
You tell me. I don't know how.
So what's up, man, bro? I told you I don't support them. I'm just telling you from my.
Yeah, because you
Bro,
I told you that they are
bro.
useless.
I just want to ask you. I want to
And
ask you one question.
and
I want to ask you one question.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Why are you asking about politics, man? Like FBI, everything. Why?
No, I'm not asking. It's because I told
No,
you
you're
that they said that.
asking. No, don't say like I'm not asking. You're asking for real. You're asking.
No, so I'm basically a messenger. So they told me that to
You are a
tell
messenger,
to
right?
say.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so
So
what?
they told me that they said that
Mm-hmm.
you and I, right, we both not
Mm-hmm.
Africans. So that's what they told me. So and I said
Me
that
and you,
no,
we are not
give me
African.
yes
Me and
because I'm
you.
African too.
Who know
Yeah,
me and who know you?
I'm African.
So who know me?
The FBAs.
He know me. I'm not African.
No, yeah, they said that you're not African.
They know me. I'm not African.
That's why they told me. I told them I was African. They told me I'm not African.
And they told you I'm not African too.
So when I gave you an example and then you said that they don't have evidence, it's the same thing that I told them, say they don't have evidence. Then
So
they say
like how come this
I
thing?
don't know.
How come?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too. I'm trying to figure out
Bro,
why are
bro,
they
bro, bro,
saying,
bro, bro,
bro?
bro, bro,
Yes,
bro,
bro.
bro.
Yes,
Let me
bro.
tell you one
Go
thing.
ahead.
Huh?
hmm
Where are
Yeah,
you from?
I'm from Africa, bro.
I know that. Like, but
Yeah,
in Africa,
I just told you Uganda, bro.
Uganda.
You're my
I
neighbor,
love
bro.
it. I love it to
Yeah.
be in Uganda.
hmm
And I love to be in Uganda one day. You know?
hmm
One day, you
So
know?
what do you think about the African culture? What do you tell me about the African culture? Do you think it's a good culture? Or do you think how great it
Man,
is?
it's the best life. It's the best life.
Okay.
I
How?
won't say man. It's the best life.
hmm
You don't have to talk about African. Because Africa is African. For real.
Yeah.
Africa is Africa. Live and die in Africa, man. You don't know this. This song say like live and die in Africa. Another song say what? They call it soul song. They say like what? Live and die in Africa. You know? Do everything, but live and die in Africa. I wanna die in Africa, man. Bro, believe me, I won't die outside. I will die in Africa because I'm African. I
Right.
am
I
not
believe you, bro. 100%. I believe you.
somebody else. I am
hmm
African and I will be there and I will
All right.
do everything.
So what do you say to those people that that they think that you and I are not African? What do you tell them?
Man, I will tell them, brothers, come back to your senses.
hmm
You know? Come
Okay.
back to your sense and know yourself,
So
where
so
you come from.
so now act like you are telling them because most of them are in the comment. They are listening to you. Tell them.
Yeah. Come back to your senses. Don't act like you don't know yourself. You know? Act like you know yourself and act like you are African. Don't act like you are not an African, you know? Because there are some people they act like they are not Africans, but it doesn't matter. Me, I act like I'm African. And you have to act like African too. So if you are my African brother, I will say salam alaikum, and you gonna say to me salam alaikum and everything, man, bro. That's how it is, man. No fighting, no war, nothing. Just we live together, no fighting. That's what I can say, man.
That's good, and I'm glad. You sent out a very strong message to the FPS, and and taught them what Africa is all about, because some of them they have never been to Africa. Most of them can't travel because they don't have passports,
Mm-hmm.
and also yeah. So the fact that you are here trying to educate them about Africa, it's a great thing. I think we have somebody on the panel here. It's yeah. All right. Can you introduce yourself, Black?
Hmm?
All right, Black is gone. Yeah, so what I'm saying was, the fact that you are here, educating these FBAs,
Mm-hmm.
and you are actually emphasizing and telling them that, if you don't know who you are, it simply means you have an identity crisis, and
Mm-hmm.
which I agree with you 100%. Everything that you said about them, 100% I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you know who you are, and they don't know, then it's the reason why they are actually behaving the way
Yeah,
they are behaving.
behaving. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you want to continue telling them
Yeah,
about
man.
Africa, or yeah, go ahead.
I can add a little bit. I will add a little bit for my
Yeah, feel
brothers.
free. Yes,
You
go
know,
ahead. Yeah,
you
tell
know.
them, talk to them.
Look, we came outside, right? We came to Western world, like we came to American, and we came to Europe. Some of my friends they are in Europe, and me, I'm here in America. So like we are in Western world, you know. We are not in Africa, but the life is different. It's not like our own life when we was back home there. It's different. When we was back home there, the life was cool. Everything was
Let me,
cheap. Everything
little
was
bro, let
good,
me
you
ask you
know.
something. You seem to be a very hardworking guy. Are you? You work so hard,
Man,
right?
for real, man. You don't know me. I'm very, very,
Right. No,
very
no,
hard
no, no.
working person, man.
Yeah, you are. You
I
definitely,
work hard, man,
are.
for everything. In my life,
Yeah,
man,
you
I don't
definitely
get
are.
in my life, man. Look,
Uh-huh.
I would lie to you, man. Listen to me.
Yeah.
In my
Uh-huh.
life,
And listen, no, little bro, wait. So now the FBAs are saying that
mm-hmm,
when we come, when Africans come to America, everything is just handed out to them, or the immigrants. So now you being a hardworking guy who works so hard, can you tell them that nothing has, nobody gives you anything. You work everything that you have for yourself. You work hard for it. It's not handouts. They think that we are given things when we come to America, but the fact that you're a hard worker, just like any other immigrants, hardworking immigrants, I want you to tell the FBS that you don't take away any opportunities from them. All you do is you work hard. Hey, come. Hey, come back up, bro. Hey, vibes, are you there, bro?